My name's Laura Kolodny. I'm here with TechCrunch. I do our green tech coverage, and we've hit a lot of smart buildings technology from new startups that are smaller university spinouts, but we're here today with the big guns. Dave Bartlett from IBM. He's the vice president of the Smarter Buildings Solutions Group. And Dave, can you tell us a little bit about what are the trends you guys are seeing and why you decided to bring out a new solution in this department? I understand it's launching this month.
Yes, that's right. We're launching it this month. We're really excited about it. You know, we got into this because buildings are easily consume 1/3 of the global energy, and they're projected to consume over 50% by the year 2025, more than transportation and the industrial sector combined. So it's a huge focus area that's really important to the planet.
Okay, and what kind of work has IBM done so far directly relating to buildings technology? Are you looking at new green buildings? Is this construction, retrofit to make old systems more efficient? What have you guys done?
We're looking at both, but when you consider the energy expenditure, probably the biggest opportunity immediately is in retrofit. So what we're doing is connecting to the building management systems that are in place today and all the smart sensor technology that's proliferated over the last decade or so, and connecting to that to get all the data feeds to run advanced analytics on to really help optimize building performance.
Okay, I understand you guys are working on a project with Tulane in New Orleans.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about the hands-on stuff you're enabling for that campus, for the buildings there? What are some examples of how IBM software is functioning to decrease energy consumption at Tulane?
Yeah, it's a great project. You know, the Tulane School of Architecture has got this huge commitment to the community and to environmental sustainability. And kind of a galvanizing event for them was Katrina 6 years ago. So it's forcing them to rebuild the university, rebuild their approach to academics. So School of Architecture is looking at combining with science and engineering and different schools to really create a new generation of architects. So architecture with a focus on sustainability, architecture with a focus on the full life cycle of a building. So they turned to IBM and one of our building management system partners, Johnson Controls, to help them evolve their buildings on that campus to smarter buildings.
Okay, what are the kinds of differences you'll make on that campus? Can you tell me, is this relating to, I mean, refrigeration, lighting? What kinds of systems are you impacting the most?
Anything with a digital readout gives us an opportunity to take those data feeds and understand holistically what the buildings are doing and how they can perform better. You know, the retrofit projects there are LEED projects. LEED certification gives you some certificate as to how the building has been retrofitted and what it can perform at. But what our solution does is really, after that certification, to do the real-time, if you will, monitoring and health check of the building and continual optimization and performance management. It's really kind of an iterative approach as you work with buildings, and that's what we plan to do there. In fact, we're calling it a living lab project with Tulane to really see different modifications, what effect they have, how we can fine-tune it better. So it's not just install the software and you're done. It's definitely a collaborative, long-term project.
Okay, so what is the market opportunity you guys are seeing here, and what is the capability of the software that you're introducing?
So the market opportunity, there's a number of different ways to look at it, but one study that was done by Smart 2020 said if you just can properly leverage existing communication and IT technology, there's an opportunity to save $340 billion or avert, you know, that type of expenditure and energy by managing the building smarter. So that's what my team has done.
Each year?
No, between now and the year 2020.
Okay.
So a cumulative, and that's a global number that they gave. So it's just it's a huge opportunity. I mean, let's face it, when you look at buildings today, it's pretty dumb the way most buildings are operated, particularly for large companies. We just do stupid things, and it's there's been great advances by the BMS vendors to optimize systems to make them perform better, but what are we doing holistically to look at the building performance, how it's used, how we can do it in a more intelligent fashion? That's the space that we're in.
Okay, so for just last question, and
Sure.
real quick, 3 bullet points. What are the 3 energy wasting things that your software fixes?
There's lots of examples, but one that we've seen immediately in our work is something we call concurrent heating cooling condition. So large buildings, office environments, manufacturing environments, they have multiple air handling units, chillers, often have a state where they're running air conditioning and heat concurrently. That's something we can detect and optimize. pretty important stuff. Another area is just looking at how we do maintenance of the building itself and the equipment in it. Don't do preventative maintenance just because it's on the schedule, but do it when it's needed. Keep the equipment reliable. So we're connected to the sensors that say an air filter needs to be replaced now, or a motor is starting to go, the bearings are going, it's starting to use more energy. So let's replace it when it needs to be replaced, before it breaks, and not just replace it because it's on the schedule to be replaced or waiting for that call to come in.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for taking the time to walk us through. We'll be paying attention to all the projects out of this division, and see you soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.